able to, we lost, which is, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how you go as an individual if you lose, because it's all about the team. But for me, I was quite proud of the way that I handled the situation, because it's never easy going through divorce. It's quite tough, and I don't think anyone realises how hard it is and all the things you have to go through when you go through divorce. It's bloody tough. But to do it so publicly was even harder, and that everybody knew. And I think a lot of people were looking for me to fall to pieces, and I wasn't going to let them do that.
You were also, whenever you played, well, certainly at Lord's, when you walked out there for that first test, I remember I was there, they were singing a song, the crowd, weren't they?
Yeah, lots of songs. They said first I lost my hair, and then I lost my wife, and all those sorts of things, the Barmy Army. So they gave it to you as well, all around the ground.
Yeah.
And so there was nowhere to hide or anything like that. So from a pure personal point of view, I was very, very happy and proud of the way I performed that series. But at the end of the day, it meant nothing, because we lost.
You lost. It was, by any measure, a great series. Of course it was. It was a fabulous contest right the way through.
Yep.
Please God that this last one had been as good as that, which it wasn't.
I'll take 5-0, Park.
So you'll take 5-0, I know. But we'll get on to that in just a moment. Let's be reminded, though, because, again, we asked you about a favourite moment, and you chose, of all the 40 weeks you took, you'd like to see this one again, a reminder of how you diddled Andrew Strauss.
Yeah, this was a very crucial time in the game at Edgbaston, where England were coming in for their second innings, and we had to try and restrict them to as little as possible for their lead. And this was the night before so we'd been bowled out. We had a few overs to go that night, and Ricky Ponting said to me, look, have a bowl up here. The quicks were getting whacked around a bit. So I wanted to try and make a statement to say, you come here tomorrow, England, you're going to have to get past me tomorrow, because the wicket's starting to turn, and I'm going to knock you over tomorrow, and we're going to chase your score. And this was just one of those deliveries that I dragged him across the crease, one of these plans where I thought I could bowl him or get him LB padding up. I pushed him across the crease. I had my plan. I worked him across, and then I was going to go for a big spinner at the stumps to try and get him bowled to LB. And as he played it, you could see the way he played it. He walked across to leave it again, and it spun back behind his legs.
Let's have a look.
Unbelievable. Amazing. Amazing. This man is incredible. Just look at this.
Oh, this spin's big, massive. Middle stump, behind his legs. Andrew Strauss cannot believe it.
Let's get up to date now with the situation. I mean, 5-0, as you said, it was an extraordinary thing. You came back from that defeat in England, and you took stock. Australian cricket took stock. It was a marvellous thing that happened, because the consequences of that have been extraordinary. Boot camp, of course, that was a favourite of yours. When John Buchanan said, lads, boot camp, toughen you up, your response was not a happy one.
No, I think to Australian cricket credit, and to the team's credit, it hurt. It really, really hurt to lose to England. And as we've said 50 million times, England thoroughly deserved to win that series. They were the better side, and they deserved to win. But I think what it did, it made us, I've tried to think of a lot of words, but I think the one word that summed us up, it made us hungry. Hungry for success again, and hungry to be the best player you possibly can, and for the team to gel together. And the boot camp, there's a lot of us that didn't think it had any meaning whatsoever. But I think you have to say it was a success, because at the end of the boot camp, the one thing that we were was a lot closer together.
Yes.
And the other thing was that we learnt to do the same things in different ways, if that makes sense. From an army perspective, about discipline, on time, the little things that we knew were important, but they made it really important because it was push-ups, and there was a lot of punishment if you weren't on time, or your tent wasn't rolled up right, or your backpack you didn't do properly because it would fall apart, and then you wouldn't be able to drink for the day. So there was consequences if you didn't do anything right. And I think that's what, for us as a team, we became a lot more disciplined in being on time, wearing the right gear, being punctual, all the little things about helping your mate out, partnerships and little things like that. We won, I think it was 11 out of 12 test matches before this series. It's now 16 out of 17 tests we've won in a row, which is since we've lost. But when we lost, I think for the actual game of cricket, it was fantastic for the world game. And if it takes Australian cricket to lose a series to England to help the game of cricket worldwide, then that's fantastic for us, really, to show you how well that we've played in international cricket and how people get excited by the way Australia play. It took some special people and a group of people like England and some special performances to beat us, and they deserve that. But what it did was make everyone say that Australia can be beaten and we can catch them. And to our credit, we've come back there and said, no, you can't. We're still the best side in the world, and these are the reasons why. And I think you could see that in the cricket that we've played.
That's the point, because, I mean, I've been watching cricket for a while, and that's some of the best cricket I've seen from any team. And my view would be that playing as you did at Sydney, particularly, and at Melbourne, that, I mean, a combined world 11 would have a tough job against you. I mean, it was that good, I thought. It was sublime cricket.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's the best team I've ever played with in the 15 years for Australia.
Really?
But I think
which might be better.
Well, it's pretty... I don't like to compare eras because I don't think that's fair on the people you played with then, or I don't think it's fair on the people you play with now. But, you know, how can you leave someone like a Mark Taylor out? How can you leave someone out like a Merv Hughes? So there might be different sides, people in sides that you might put in here or there, but
as a team
far as a team's performance and the way you play, I don't think I've been involved with an Australian cricket team that was so hungry and wanted to put on a show and play some excellent cricket. And the cricket we've played this summer, 5 for 84 in Melbourne, Andrew Symes, Matty Hayden come out and get 150. England declare it 6 for 5, 150 in Adelaide. We make 500 in the first innings. We bowl them out for nothing. We chase it all on the last day in Adelaide. We get bowled out for 240 in Perth. You know, we bowl them out for 200. You know, it just kept going. It was just amazing the fight back that we had all the time. From Melbourne, Boxing Day, 2 for 100 England.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
We bowl them out for 150. Yeah. You know, it's just amazing.
That's because we've got 5 number 11s in our order. but I mean,
unlucky.
Sorry. But again, I mean, from the English point of view, of course, it was very, very disappointing. And I know you feel that this is a special side. I just feel that we could have been more competitive than we were. And I do think that we did underestimate what you've just talked about. You've explained the way the Aussies felt. You've explained the way the hunger that they had. And I think we really underestimated that. We always know we're in for a fight when we come to Australia. That's the beauty of it, of the Ashes. But we weren't quite prepared. And when you ran on the field for the first Ashes, I thought, watch out.
You could sort of sense, I think everyone knew we'd bounce back, but I don't really think England were ready for what extent we were ready. Right. And I think our intensity of the cricket we played was, as I said, I haven't experienced in my time, but I just reckon the other thing with England, since 2005 happened, they won, a lot of these guys have a lot of things happen in their life they weren't used to. They suddenly had a lot of other things on the plate, whether it was writing columns in a newspaper, other endorsements, sponsorships, appearances. So suddenly their whole life changed. To lead up to that 2005 series, all they wanted to do was compete with Australia and be ready. And they were, and they played exceptional cricket. After that, they were juggling a lot of things. Suddenly it wasn't just cricket, they had a lot of other things. I think they might have got distracted at times and were enjoying that. I'm not saying, I'm not having a go or anything like that, I'm just saying they had distractions for the first time in a long time. So in the period between 2005, them winning, and the bus tours and the Palace and the MBEs and the writing columns and the sponsorship endorsements and the who's got the biggest earring and all those different types of things, to actually getting here, I don't know, we were just ready for what... We knew what England were going to do, we knew how they played, and we were just ready. And whatever they threw at us, we were ready. And England, to their credit, played some exceptional cricket. You know, they had us 5 for 80.
But not enough.
But when the big moments were there, Australia went bang with a knockout punch.
I mean, thank God. I mean, it was a dead rubber after three games, and thank God then it became the Shane Warne, McGrath, Langer triumphal procession.